So up next in our Global AI Bootcamp 2025 lineup is a session that's sure to spark ideas and innovation. Getting started with AI agents in Azure by Janarthanan. Janarthanan is a Microsoft AI MVP, 5 times Microsoft certified trainer, and he's also a MCT community lead. He's a Microsoft Learn expert. He plays a pivotal role in empowering trainers, technologists across the globe. So he currently works as a senior specialist at Atos, where he also used to recognize, like he's recognized as an Atos AI expert, driving real-world AI solution at scale. Beyond his technical expertise, Janarthanan is also an author, mentor, and global speaker, known for making advanced topics actionable, approachable. With deep insights into Azure's AI landscape and a practical mindset, he is here to help you get started on the journey with AI agents in the cloud. Hi, Janardhan. How are you today? Janardhan, are you there? I think you're in mute. Am I audible? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Jana, why
I
Janardhanan
think
couldn't.
his camera is not enabled, it seems. Yeah, maybe does he have the participation? Sorry.
Allow
Yeah.
camera.
Yes.
Janardhanan, your mic is enabled because I could see only the disable option. Your mic is enabled, Janardhanan.
So he has presentation rights, right?
Yeah. He has presentation lights as well. I'm just looking for this.
Okay, let's see.
Sorry. Yeah. Let me also check. Janardhan, can you just try now? I'm allowing the mic again. Can you please try to unmute because all your camera, your everything. Okay. Can you try now, Janardhan?
I think he doesn't have both share
No.
option. I think he doesn't have that presentation access, I guess. He's
Okay.
not able to share or unmute his mic.
But I made him as a presenter now. I think Janardhan, can you please try now?
Now it is enabled, Gomati.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I hope my screen is visible now.
Yeah, it's visible.
Thank you so much, Gomati, for the wonderful introduction about me. I think you covered all my points. Thank you so much. Uh, So welcome back to the another interesting presentation on the Global AI Bootcamp Delhi edition. And the most interesting and the trending topic today for the entire year 2025 it is Agentic AI. So the actual topic for today's discussion is getting started with AI agents in the Microsoft Azure platform. I think Gomadi has already introduced about me. And if you have any questions related to the Microsoft Azure or else your AI and GenAI and Agentic AI, feel free to reach out to my LinkedIn handle. This is my LinkedIn handle. As well as I used to post the videos related to AI as well as the hackathon challenges and the job related opportunities on my YouTube handle. So you can reach out to my YouTube handle as well. So let's get started. So the agenda for today's discussion is on the couple of line areas. The one is the agentic AI. What are the major features of this Azure AI agents? And we will deep dive into the Azure AI agent services. What are the components of agents? How the evolution of agent actually started, and we'll see the hands-on related to Azure AI agent services, related to action tools as well as knowledge tools. And finally, we'll see one more hands-on on the grounding part with respect to Bing search as well as the code interpreter option. So there's the overall agenda. The very first one is, what is this agentic AI about? Okay. So the agentic AI, it is the next frontier of generative AI application, because the agentic AI in the background, it is using the all GenAI models, whatever available in the model catalog of Microsoft Azure AI Foundry. Almost today, if you notice, 1900 models are available in the model catalog. And the agentic AI is refers to any type of AI system if I want to build autonomously, and you can able to take decisions, and also you can make such type of wonderful actions with the help of your existing generative AI environment. And using this agentic AI, only minimal human intervention is required. It's not like your presence will be required for throughout the application development. In a sense, no. Only minimal human intervention is required. You will be able to build any type of agents in the agentic AI framework of Microsoft Azure platform. So in that case, you should know about how the agent it gets started. Before COVID times, if you notice, we started begin with the chatbot implementation. If you say chatbot implementation, there is a service. We have Azure bot service, and we have a knowledge based creation. We just upload all the FAQ questions, and you can create a Azure bot services, and that you can implement it and integrated in your Teams platform or Skype platform or Slack platform. Any type of M365 application we used to integrate it. That is before COVID times. After COVID times, we are having one of the successful implementation model where you will be able to reduce the hallucination aspect. The model is retriever augmented generation model, because if you use this retriever augmented generation model, you can build any type of assistance in a generative AI fashion, and to reduce your hallucination effect. From the RAG, it is now moved to the Copilot form, and the Copilot also, if I want to reduce my any type of human work or else manual work, you can go for Copilot as a platform. And now the latest trending thing is fully autonomous agents. So where you don't need have a expertise to do like a coding aspect, even a low code approach also will work in terms of your fully autonomous agents. So from code, from chat, from your chatbot conversational experiences, now it is completely moved to the fully autonomous agents. That is the power of your AI agents with respect to the Microsoft Azure platform. Let's see what is an agent first. Okay. When it comes to an agent, as I told earlier, the agent, it is a software service where it is using the generative AI model. I can use any generative AI model, and you can make any type of decisions using that model. And also you can take actions with a minimal human intervention. We will call it as agent in Microsoft Azure AI Foundry. And how this agent we will be able to achieve, in the sense, we can upload any type of file inside the Azure AI agent services, and you can use tools like knowledge tools and actions tools to combine any type of AI model, and how you are going to interpret these models in action. That is the usage of agents in your Microsoft Azure AI Foundry. So as I told earlier, there are how you will be creating an agent in terms of your Microsoft Azure AI Foundry it is. So in the interest of time, what I have done is I have already provisioned the agents. So in order to provision an agent, you are supposed to create a Azure AI Foundry. So create a resource that is with respect to Azure AI Foundry in your Microsoft Azure platform, and that you have to go to your Azure AI Foundry. In the left side section, you can see an agent that will be available in the preview mode. And as I told earlier, in the model catalog, almost Today, if you notice in the model catalog, we have almost 1,900 models that are available, which includes GPT 4.5 as well. And the latest models and all the models you can see with respect to in your model catalog as a form. And in these agents, you need to provision one Microsoft Azure OpenAI service and provision one model. And just you have to use that particular Azure AI model in order to create an agent. So I have already created an agent. It will take some time to load it. Now the agent has been loaded successfully. And as of now, if you notice, with respect to the agent creation in the Microsoft Azure AI Foundry, it is still in the preview state. Only not everyone will have the access. Only few of the members will have the access of the agent creation because it's not a generally available category. So I have already created an agent in the agent section. And what essential details you have to take from this agents in the Azure AI Foundry, it is the agent ID and the keys and endpoint. These three essential information we have to take when it comes to the agent section as concerned. So what I have done is I have already uploaded a sales.csv file, and this is a sales.csv file I have already uploaded in the agent actions tool section. So in the action tools we are having one more tools known as knowledge tools. In all these tools you can upload any type of external data sources. Using this we will be provisioning a agent AI service SDK experience. So that I'm going to explain in the code. So now this is our input. I have taken this input as sales.csv file. And let me show you what is the agent I have created. So I have created almost four agents. So one of the agent I have created as the code interpreter agent. And whenever you create any agent, it will be associated with one unique agent ID. And all these agents will require one generative AI model. I have provisioned GPT-4 model. If I want to create an agent, you just click the agent section. Then automatically an agent name will be created by default. So you can see the agent name, it is created by default. It is agent 9 and agent ID will be there. And you can choose whichever deployment you want. You can choose it. Then in the instruction section, that is the system messages, you can provide your own system messages. Then afterwards, these are the very two important sections of your agent, Azure Agent Services. One is the knowledge tools. The another tools we will call it as action tools. When it comes to knowledge, what type of data or what type of data sources we can feed in is, you can feed the Microsoft Fabric data, the SharePoint data, the Bing search data, as well as Azure AI search. And these are the various data sources we can fed through your knowledge tools section as concerned. And in your actions tools, you can feed a code interpreter like a sandbox environment of a Python, Azure functions, your custom functions, your open custom tools aspect, your OpenAI functions. These type of all type of functions you can pass inside your action section. So I have already created the code interpreter name agent. So in that named agent, what I passed is I just uploaded this particular CSV file. So we are going to play around about this particular CSV file. And also I have provisioned one more service for the knowledge tools as concern is your Bing search. So Bing search will not come for as a free tier subscription. If anyone is using a Bing search resources or any free coupons like MSDN subscription if you're having or any MVP subscription if you're using, your Bing search will not come for free section. It will go for pay as you go subscription because Bing search it is a cost based search option in your knowledge tools as section. So I'll show one demo on the knowledge tools as well as the action tools as concerned with respect to the Azure AI agent services. So this is about we've seen about the Foundry part of your agents. And if you see these agents, what are the major features of these agents? So agents major feature is one is learning ability. Okay. If I want to achieve or else if I want to adapt to a specific goal, you can use your agent. That is one of the important major feature of an agent. The other one is agent has an autonomy feature. The meaning of autonomy feature is less human intervention. It's not like starting from the application you build till you deploy, you need a human intervention. Not like that. Only minimal human intervention is required, and it will able to adapt as well as react to whatever the environment we are used to use it. That possible adoption is possible when it comes to the agent part. And also this agent you can develop across multiple environment. You can deploy in your Azure, you can deploy it in the Fabric platform, your SharePoint platform, any type of platform. The mobility will works very easily with respect to the agent is concerned. Then other than important features of agent, if you see this, the Azure AI Foundry from the Ignite, they have introduced this particular feature known as the Azure AI Agent Service. So Azure AI Agent Service is still in the preview section. So it will become general available in another 2-3 months. This will become general available, and you can play around a various amount of capabilities you can build around. That is the overall beauty of this Azure AI agent services, because this Azure AI agent service is one of the fully managed service where you can create your agents, you can build your agents, you can deploy your agent with or without code. There are two types we can make use of this Azure AI agent services. With respect to the Azure AI Foundry as concerned, we need the coding approach, and the same Azure AI agent service you can deploy in the Copilot Studio also, where you are not having much in terms of coding approach. You have a less code approach. We can call that type of agent is known as declarative agents. So declarative agent, it is possible to achieve using your Visual Studio toolkit, Teams toolkit. You can achieve as part of the declarative agent is concerned. That is your no code experiences. But your coding experience as is concerned, you should use your Azure AI Agent SDK service, or else you can use your prompt flow SDK, or even your Visual Studio Code SDK also you can use to create your own agents. An agent, it is also possible to create in the GitHub Copilot also, because GitHub Copilot as well, GitHub as well as the Microsoft platform, now it is possible to create agents in all these sections. That is the beauty of creating your Azure AI agent services. Then other than that, why we are using the Azure AI agent services? There are three important factors why we are using is. One is automatic call tooling. The meaning of automatic call tooling is I may be using tools related to knowledge tools, or in the same code I'll be using tools related to action tools. If it is an actions tools, it is completely we will be calling the Azure functions, serverless computing, your custom tools, as well as your code interpreter. That is your action tools. Knowledge tools, meaning it is you can use Azure AI search, your Bing search, your SharePoint, your Fabric. So whichever code you are running, the Azure AI SDK will automatically switch over which particular tool are you using in your current project. So automatic tool calling is possible using the Azure AI agent services. And the beauty of this Azure AI agent services, it is securely managing the entire data. Why it is securely managing the entire data is using keyless authentication as well as secure managed data. In terms of your privacy and security, every 30 days once we will be able to regenerate your keys when it comes to the Azure AI agent services. Because of that, you will be able to manage your data in a secure manner. When it comes to out of the box model, so what are the models? If you see that, I'll show you in the model catalog. In the model catalog, whenever you open it, you are not having only the GPT models. You have models from various vendors. You can see even your Llama model, Llama Index model, DeepSeek V3, DeepSeek R1, Mistral model. Almost 1,900 models are available when I see yesterday. Today, if you notice, it is now 1,906 models are available. And rightly, they have mentioned nowadays, they have included one more feature is model leaderboard. In the model leaderboard, the quality of the model, what is the cost of the model, what is the throughput for this model. You can see that particular option, which is known as model interfacing. So model interfacing capability is also they built in the model catalog section. So these are various types of model. It's not only about GPT, any type of other vendor models also we can make use in terms of your Azure AI agent services. Because so whenever you are going to use any Azure AI agent services, you need a model. Without a model, it is not possible to create any particular agent. So model creation is required. For model creation, you need a generative AI model. So I have deployed GPT-4 model. So any type of agent creation you use, you require a model. And this is the components of your agents. As I mentioned earlier, we know the extensive ecosystem tools. One is the model catalog. We just now spoke about the model catalog. Not only the Azure OpenAI services, we have a GPT-4o, GPT-4, GPT-4 Mini, you have O3 Mini, DeepSeek, Mistral model, all types of model is there in the model catalog. And as I told earlier in the agents, we have a knowledge agent is there, knowledge tools and action tools. And action tools, we are having the Azure functions, logic app and custom functionality. And in the knowledge tools, Fabric, SharePoint, Bing Search, Azure AI Search, all types of data, bring your own data will be available in the knowledge tools. And you can even also bring your own data in terms of file storage, in terms of searching index, in terms of your observability framework. Observability framework is nothing but the monitoring tools. So that is also there. You can easily integrate your Azure AI agent services. So this is about the tool section and how this agent actually works. Whenever users prompting a particular prompt in the playground, it will go and hit the agent, whatever the agent you have been created, and the agent will start searching for the resources related to knowledge tools, related to action tools, and it also check which particular model you have been deployed. If models like GPT 3.5 or GPT 3, you cannot use to make any type of agent. So models starting from GPT-4 onwards, it is eligible to use your agent creation as concern. So on how the steps it will carry forward when it comes to the agent part is agent uses one of the service in the Microsoft Azure platform. We call it as Assistant API. So Assistant API is now replaced as an agent part. So whatever the steps we used to follow for the Assistant API, the same set of steps we are following in the agent working procedure also concerned. First, what we will create is we will create an agent. So in order to create any agent, you require a Azure OpenAI service. Then you deploy a model. So model in a sense, you can deploy any type of model. After that, your agent has to choose whether what type of tools, whether tools belongs to knowledge tools or tools belongs to your action tools. Then agent, it will create internally one thread. That particular thread, it is created whichever the tool you are being using. Once the thread has been created, you can execute your agent application. After the agent application has been created, it will go and check the run status, whether it is running, whether it is completed, whether it is suspended, whether it is having a warning status. All type of run status you will be able to check inside a thread state of your agent. After that, once the thread is complete its complete life cycle, you will be getting the messages display the agent response, which is nothing but a completed status. Once the agent has completed the responses, you will be able to execute your entire agent application code. So I'll tell you in the code section how this will works. So these are 6 steps you have to follow when it comes to any agent creation as concerned. So create an agent which will invoke automatically a generative AI model. And agent will use either the action tools or the knowledge tools. Then the second step is agent started creating a thread and it is used to run the agent. And the fourth one it is going to check the run status, whether it is a warning or completed or it is in the error state, whichever the thread state it is. After that, you can see the entire agent responses. So this is the overall structure how agent will work. And this is your agent playground. So agent playground I have already shown in the Azure AI Foundry application. So we have a knowledge tool section is there, an action tool section. Then afterwards, Under the knowledge tools, we have Azure AI Search is one of the connector. We have grounding with the Bing Search is one of the connector. You have local files. Local files also we can upload it. And in the action tools, we are having code interpreter. And this is the one, all these in the actions tools, the things are in the preview mode only. It's not general available. So we have a code interpreter. We are having the Azure Logic Apps, custom functionality, Azure functionality, and your OpenAI specific tools functionality. So these are the various types of connector you can add in the action tools concern. And what are the ways we can develop the agent application? Okay, you can build, deploy your own agents in your single Azure AI Foundry. That is one application. And if I want to create any multi-system agent or a multi-agent, you can go for a semantic kernel, or you can use a AutoGen. If you're using AutoGen, you cannot make any production-ready application and you're using AutoGen. It's only for the ideation purpose. And if you want to make any production-ready application, it is always advisable to use your semantic kernel SDK. Semantic kernel SDK, almost your Python language it is supporting, C# .NET, as well as your Java is also supporting a semantic kernel SDK for production-ready applications. So this is about your options of various types of agent development. And as I told earlier, there are multiple ways you can apply the agent creation. One is the Copilot Studio, where we are not having any code-based approach, there is no code approach. And if it is completely code-based approach, you have to use Azure AI Foundry. And inside the Azure AI Foundry, now we have the models, almost 1906 models are available. Accordingly, we can make use of the Azure AI Foundry. And if you want to create any declarative agent or any M365 agent, you can go for Copilot Studio. So which one I'm going to create a agent in our section is the Visual Studio Code approach. I'm going to create it. Let me put that. This is my VS Code application. Okay. So in the VS Code application, what I have done is I have used the knowledge tools. When I say knowledge tools, which is nothing but grounding the data with the Bing search. So what are the major SDKs I have uploaded is one is the Azure AI project, the second one is the Azure identity. So these two SDK I have installed with the help of the command was pip install SDK. Then I have used the project connection string, the Bing connection name, then the Bing connection ID. So these three things I have used from my Azure AI Foundry. From the Azure AI Foundry, I have taken the connection string and I have taken the Bing connection name. Always remember, whenever you are using any Bing connection, you are supposed to use only pay-as-you-go subscription account only. Then I'm calling one of the agent known as Bing grounding tool. Bing grounding tool is the name of the agent. So inside the Bing grounding tool agent, I'm creating an agent with the help of the function known as create underscore agent. In this create underscore agent, I passed the three important parameters. One is the model. The second one is the tool. Tool meaning it is, are you using a knowledge tool or else action tool? So this it will identify. The tools will identify it. Then once the agent has been created, we will be creating a thread with the help of the functionality known as create underscore thread. This function we will create. Then afterwards, we will create one of the function known as create underscore message. This will create a message to the thread. Whatever thread you've been created, right? So for that, we are going to create a message. For that, we have to pass three important parameters. One is the thread ID. Second one is what type of role it is, whether it is a system role, assistant role, or user role. Then you have to pass your question, what question or what type of prompt you want. If you're not liking to pass the prompt here like this, you can still call the function through input at runtime. So you can directly call input functionality also. Then I'm printing the message ID and the thread ID. So this is a very, very important status, right? Whether the thread is executed successfully or completed. With the help of the functionality known as run.status, you can get to know whether it is completed or it is still running or it is having any error execution or not. That you can find in the run.status. So let me execute this code. So I asked the question is, what is the weather in Seattle today? Okay. So I just use Python The name of the application is python.exe/app.py. Okay, I'm going to execute it now. So it will going to check the subscription ID, whether it is having a valid subscription or not. It will go and check it. Then it will create a agent. Then it will create a thread. It will create a message, and it will look for the message status. Then it will delete the thread. Then the message will print it. Just give me some seconds to thread to execute. So let it execute for some times. Meanwhile, I'll show how it will execute. It will execute like this. First, it will look for the subscription ID. After subscription ID, it will be created. Then it will create an agent with an agent ID. So agent ID it has been created. Then the next step, if you see this, it will create a thread. Okay, it will start creating a thread and it will create a message. Then it will look for which particular thread status. When I say thread status, whether it is a completed status or not, then it will delete the thread. Then it will check for the questions like what is the weather in Seattle today. There's a user message. And immediately it will provide the information as today the weather in Seattle is cloudy with the current temperature is 48 degrees Celsius. So that's how the thread used to execute in your which tools, your action tools or knowledge tools. So this is based off of which tool it is. Your grounding with the Bing search is a part of your knowledge tool. This is one example of related to thread. Then another one example, I created one more functionality known as one user custom function. So what is the name of the custom function I have created is calculate the expression for the following string. Okay. So in order to calculate the expression for the following string, I have used one of the functionality known as eval function. In the eval function, I just return the JSON object and I'm going to print the exception of this particular object. So what functions I'm going to call it as user function. This user function, how it is going to work is this will call one more custom function known as calculator Bing agent. So this is going to call the calculator Bing agent. So in the calculator Bing agent, what are the parameters I passed is I have passed the parameters related to project connection string, the Bing connection name. These two parameters have been passed it. So as I mentioned earlier, are I going to execute whether it is the action tools or your knowledge tools? Who will identify is there is one of the functionality known as tool set functionality. Using this tool set functionality, it is going to identify you have been used a knowledge tools. The toolset.add function, I'm adding the knowledge tools. For the knowledge tool, I just added the Bing grounding tool. If I'm writing my own function, then I have to call which functionality is action tools. Action tools, I have how I'm going to add it. Toolset.add, then you call the function. So what function I created is user underscore function. I have created it. Okay. This function, if I want to call it, then I'll be using toolset.add functions. So after it is done, again, I'm creating an agent using the functionality create underscore agent, model name, your instructions I'm passing, but this time I'm not calling directly the Bing grounding search. I'm going to use toolset. If you call toolset, if user is executing the first one related to app.py, they will understand the Bing search. If they want to execute only for the functions of your mathematical function, then it's nothing but a custom function. So that one I have already executed it. I'll show you this code. If you see this, this is a code, okay? I have executed the name of the Python classes, calculator.bing underscore agent. I have just executed it. First, it is creating an agent ID. Then it will create a thread ID. Then it is asking the user to enter the query because I'm not using a direct instruction here. Rather, I'm asking through input. So enter a query, it is asking, I'm calling with a function name. What is the function name I used? Calculate is a function. So calculate, you can put any mathematical expression. So immediately after it is asking a question, the message ID has been created and see the display status of your agent. It says run status completed. Once the run state is completed, you can see the entire message. So entire message says user message is this, and the assistant is nothing but the system message. It is giving the result. After thread has been created, you have to delete the thread, delete the agent. Okay. So this is known as which functionality we seen first is we talked about the knowledge functions, then we talked about the action functions. In case if I have uploaded one particular CSV file, so this particular CSV file I have uploaded it. So if we have various columns available like a region, country, item type, your sales channel. So all the data will be uploaded inside your code interpreter section, which is nothing but your action tools. If I want to execute any type of Python based application, I'll be using code interpreter. So in the code interpreter section, in order to execute that particular code, what are the details I have taken from the Azure AI Foundry? One, I have taken it is the connection name, the keys and endpoint, and along with that is the agent ID. So these three essential parameter I have taken. First, I have taken it as your connection string. Connection string, I entirely have taken it. Then afterwards, I have passed the agent ID. Where did I taken the agent ID? The agent ID I have taken from the agent application. There's the agent application. You can see this. There's an agent application I have taken. So take the agent ID. Then I have passed the agent ID over here. Then in case if I'm having five important agents, then using the agent ID, you are going to retrieve which particular agent ID you want to retrieve. I don't want to retrieve all the agent. I want to retrieve the code interpreter agent. Then specifically, I have passed the agent ID directly here. You may be passing multiple agent ID also here. And you have to specify which particular agent you want to get it. You can get that particular agent with the help of the function known as get underscore agent. Get underscore agent is used to get the specific agent from this. So once it is done, in the again same thing, first step it is going to create an agent. Second step is it is going to create a thread. Third step, create a message. Fourth step is your display the thread message, and finally you will delete the agent. So after I execute this code, see this one, what is the code I executed? So I passed one of the user messages, which item type is having maximum units sold. So this is the question I passed in the functionality. So item type is one of the column name in the CSV file. In the CSV file, we have a CSV file here. So if I want to find the maximum ID from the item type, I'll be using max functionality. So rather I'll use max functionality. What I'm going to use it is the item type. They can pass the entire message. This will execute a Python based environment for your code execution. So see the code execution of this one. First one is it is client is initialized successfully, which means whatever the credential, whatever the connection string we have created, it is able to authenticate and it is able to initialize. It is given that. Second one is you are going to create an agent. Agent I have already created. And which agent ID you are going to get that is your code interpreter. So code interpreter is one of the agent which we have created in the agent section. So in the agent section, we have created a code interpreter. So that particular agent name, it has been retrieved. And what is the user message? Which item type is having maximum units sold? So now the agent started thinking, because this how the agent will start thinking is it is applying on the principle of reasoning capabilities. When I say reasoning capability, it will think like a human being. It will take some seconds to think it. Then it will examine the entire CSV file. From the CSV file, it will look for the several columns. So whichever columns is having the item type and units sold, those column it is going to check out, and it is going to print is these two columns is relevant to your question. Yes, since it is relevant to your question, and it is analyzing it and it is thinking in the reasoning mode capability, finally it says The item type beverages as the maximum units sold with a total of this much of units. This complete entire calculation, entire reasoning stuff, who will do it is your code interpreter action tool will do it, because the code interpreter action tool by default it has the environment of your Python. Whatever the Python functionalities which are being you are writing in your this user message, it will understand accordingly. The results will be executed. So these are three important hands-on we have been discussed. So other than that, what is the major difference between your Azure AI agents versus your Azure OpenAI agent? One is flexible model selection. Okay. What is the meaning of flexible model selection is if I use Azure OpenAI agents, I have to use only the GPT models. I don't have any provision to other models. But if I go for Azure agents, I can choose any models from the model catalog. And the best part of this agent it has having an extensive data integration. Okay, it is not having limitation. Only these particular data connector you have to use. You can use any type of connector which are available. And the third important step, why I'm choosing the Azure AI agent service compared to OpenAI is you are having keyless authentication as well as your secure implementation of security related to your keys and endpoint is concerned. So we are using enterprise grade security. And the fourth one is you can choose your own storage solution, whether it could be blob storage or a file storage or data storage, any type of storage you can choose. And because of these four reasons, we were using the Azure agents compared to the Azure OpenAI agents. So as I told, one more important point is, so whenever you create any Bing services, remember you should have the pay-as-you-go subscription account. If you're not having a free subscription, you will not get the responses. So in our code, which one I have used, there are two agent setups are there. One is the basic setup. First, you create a hub, then you have to create a project, then you'll use AI services. I'm not using this particular basic agent support. I have used the standard support I have used. What I have done is, first I have created a hub. Inside the hub, I created a project. In the project, I've been able to use all these functionalities for securing and managing the keys. I use Key Vault, and then for searching, I use the Bing search. For AI services, I created the Azure OpenAI services. And for any type of data connectors in terms of storage, I used a storage account known as blob storage. So using the second one, I have done the entire coding implementation part. So in the coding implementation part, ensure that you should have Azure CLI to authenticate your subscription and to validate a subscription. So that is one of the key while creating an agent. So what are the other dependencies I have installed during my code? It is I have installed a .NET ENV, .NET Environment, and the Azure Identity and Azure AI project. So these three are the major stuff I have installed in the Agent AI SDK. So that's it. I'm open the session for questions.
Hello, everyone. I think Janarthan's session is amazingly good. Shows about the basics and how to implement in the coding perspective. Any questions please raise here. Okay, I think no questions asked. Maybe I'll ask Janarthan one thing, right? Yeah, maybe I missed out something, but just want to give the basic understanding that how the people you mentioned about the pricing and all. If you have some learnings that some Microsoft Learning or some kind of documentations and some videos, maybe they can refer. Besides your the video will be there sharing, you can send some references so that people can able to get some getting started kind of thing for the agents from Azure's perspective.
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Dhruv, I will show some of the one of the skill fest itself. I will show it. Okay,
Yeah.
so that participants can get the free certification coupon as well.
Yeah. Awesome. That would be good.
Okay, so that free coupon, can you use it for any almost 15 certifications? You can make use of it. So even the whole document or references is creating the Azure AI solutions using the Foundry application. I'll show that how they can use it. And this is one of the best material so far in the one is this one. Create agent AI solutions using the Azure AI Foundry. So there's one of the curated list of how to create agents using the Azure AI Foundry. And if you see this, we are having an amazing set of skill set, like what are the learnings you should do it, like how to what is the fundamentals of AI agents, how to do the functional custom functionality. So this particular link, okay, I'll open it again. It will give you an idea about your pricing, how to secure your Azure AI agent services. So entire stuffs will be there in this learning collection. So this is actual learning collection. First one is they'll talk about the how to develop AI solutions using an Azure platform, the model catalog, how to deploy an application in the Foundry SDK, fundamentals of AI agents on this Azure platform, a RAG-based agent, introduction to Azure agent security control, how to develop an AI agent with the Azure agent services. So here they used whatever when to use Azure function, when to use your Azure agent services, when to use Azure assistants, and how to integrate agents using custom tools, how multi-agent systems you can build using semantic kernel SDK. That is also given in this one. If you complete this particular skill fest learning, okay, I'll give you the link. After you have to complete before May 18th, you have to complete it. Then you will be eligible for the free vouchers provided by Microsoft. I will give you the name of this skill fest challenge name so that the participants can avail the free voucher also.
Yeah, that's awesome because a few of the certifications Microsoft are a bit pricey, so they can avail these
This is
kind of
zero price.
yeah, so it'll be
This is
really good
zero price.
for them. Awesome. Thanks a lot, Janarthan. I think I always look for your sessions because always I learn from new things from these sessions. Although in an organizer we learn also, but I think learning is always be there, right? Whether it's you are a speaker or you're organizer. So thanks a lot, Janarthan. Really appreciate your time. And anyone have questions and all, you can just contact directly to Janarthan. Can you share your LinkedIn profile so that
I'll do
people
that.
can
I'll do
contact
that.
them?
Yeah,
Maybe
I
yeah,
will
you
do
can
that.
share until
Yeah.
later. Yeah.
Sure.
So thanks a lot, Janarthan. I really appreciate. I think entire day, right? I think a lot of people from Lily to all the people have shared a lot of amazing stuff. I want to thanks Janarthan for your time, and I think the weekend is your personal time, but you take this opportunity to share with the community. One of the best things you can do for everyone, right? Thanks for your time today.
Thanks, Gurveen.
Yeah,
Thank you so
thank you.
much. Thanks, everyone.